I am transforming this space right here to a really fun, festive, fun party little area that we're gonna be doing for Thanksgiving this year. So I wanted to show you guys exactly what I do and some of my tips and tricks for setting a party table. But before I do, because I'm gonna be doing the table stuff tomorrow, I'm going to be setting up these lights to really set the mood and set the tone for this whole entire party. And I'm gonna put them up tonight just so I know exactly what they're gonna look like in the evening. And so I'm super excited to get this thing started. So what these lights are is they're just a big curtain of lights. They're really fine. You can barely kind of see them right there. Do you see how they're kind of like that? They're just like really small, which makes it nice. They don't look super heavy. And it's just one long curtain like this that you can put, and I'm going to drape it along this thing. So from pillar to pillar, and then I'm hoping to go from here and then possibly to this easement. So I'm gonna see how that goes. But I wanted to show you guys exactly how these light bulbs are. They're not like normal Christmas light bulbs. They're a lot smaller, and I love that they're clear, so they kind of just disappear even when they're not lit. So these are the Christmas lights I'm gonna be using. These are like a curtain of lights, and they are Christmas lights with transparent or white wire. These ones are the transparent wire. And if you can see that these light bulbs are not like normal Christmas light bulbs. Let me see if I can get it to focus. They're like these almost fairy looking light bulbs. If you've ever seen fairy lights, that's kind of what it is. And so I'm going to be stringing these lights along from this pillar to this pillar, and then hopefully if I have enough, I want to go from this pillar to this easement, so then that way I just have lights that kind of carry around from the whole entire party there. And so then that way, when you look at the party this way, it will kind of all just be like this blocked off fairy winter wonderland kind of area. And then I'm going to be decorating this table, and I've got some really fun stuff to show you. So I'm going to start hanging these up, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so last year I got these 12 Days of Christmas plates. They're perfect for our table setting. These are also from Walmart, and I just love how they look layered with like a charger, which these chargers you can find almost anywhere. You can find them at Walmart. You can find them, I think I've seen them at the dollar store. So check on those. It's just like a super plain charger, and I technically don't have all of them matching. These ones are a little bit different, and I had done vinyl dots on these ones just to kind of spice it up for a different table setting last year. And so I kind of, if you wanted to add like a little bit of personality there. And then I love that these dishes are just simply edged with something else. So the ones that I have dotted plates on, I'm using the dotted with the solid, and then the dotted with the solid. So because I don't have place settings for 10, this is like a good way of using the stuff that you have, but having it make sense. So I'm just alternating. So I'm alternating those to kind of break it up. And so you don't have to have a 10-piece setting of one set of plates for it to work. So collect all sorts of white dishes if you want, or whatever else you may do. You can kind of do that and still have it all look cohesive because the color palette is still the same. So hopefully that tip will kind of help you. And then another thing that's super fun to do, which I got these candlesticks as well at Walmart, or these like the actual crystal candlestick holders. I switched out these candlesticks for a red candle, which is super fun. It makes it super festive. But if I'm gonna do this for Thanksgiving, I'm going to use, I might switch out that table runner just to like a piece of burlap or something. And then I can easily switch out the candlesticks for a cream guy, and it totally changes the vibe. So then I can use like this, and I can use this for more like the Thanksgiving vibe. And then I can make it a little bit more festive and holiday and Christmas-like by adding different colors of candlesticks, which I think that just adds so much. And it adds so much for layering if you can kind of change out the candlesticks. I also got green candlesticks in case, because this is red and black, in case I wanted to do something green there. But because I have so much greenery going on down the center of the table, I went with the red candlesticks, and I love how they turned out. Another fun trick with doing a tablescape is using these branches. I got these just for my tree out front. So you could use, maybe a neighbor is trimming their tree or something like that. And that's basically what I'm using for the center of my table to kind of add the extra life that we kind of like to add in all of our different things. So that is a really fun way to add something really cool down the center of the table without it costing a bunch of money, and it looks really nice layered with a cool runner. And then these I thought added like a really cozy, fun vibe. These are just from Walmart as well. You put a tea candle in them. So I went and got some tea candles that I need to set in there. So then that way it can kind of, when I have the candles all lit, it will kind of be all in different heights of the candles, and it will look really nice. This platter guy right here, which I love so much, this is like a marble, really nice platter. I'm using this to kind of corral the centerpiece to kind of make it be a little bit more of a statement and a little bit bigger, even though this itself is still really, really pretty. This kind of just adds a little bit more weight to the table, which it's great because then after my party and stuff is over, I can use this to serve food on. So if while we're eating we need a couple of places to be able to set food, sometimes that can be a little bit tricky with tablescapes, I can just remove this and we can put a hot dish right there. So that's like a nice little tip to kind of use something like that. And then like I've said before, in the past I did just a runner because my table itself is already just super pretty. It adds so much warmth to the space, and then with all of our lights being lit, it's gonna be super cozy. It's gonna be really fun, and I'm super excited to show the rest of this, and I probably will show you guys tonight. After I light all the candles and I finish placing all of these dishes on all of the different spaces, I will show you the rest of the table. I love that these lights just simply puddle just a little tiny bit on the ground to add a little bit of like drama at the bottom of the string of lights, and I just think that everything turned out so beautifully. I love these little wood guys that just have like simple tea lights in there, which you can also find at Walmart, and you can just see how beautiful this looks. I did want to make sure that none of these are going to catch on fire, and so I just kind of spaced them in a way that they wouldn't be touching that. But then our 12 days of Christmas plates look so beautiful. I went with this black and red plaid runner, and then with the greens from my tree that are just layered on it, just really adds a lot of texture. When you're doing tables like this, it's all about the layers. So I feel like even this little platter guy that I ended up getting that's usually used for food, separating it off and adding the centerpiece right there just kind of grounds that space a little bit more. And I just think everything about this just turned out so beautifully, and I love that the runner kind of hangs over the end of the table. If you have header chairs, which I do normally have header chairs, I just wanted to show you this, then I just love that it kind of puddles right there. These crystal candlesticks are really great. They come in a 2-pack, and I just think that they're super beautiful and add a sense of elegance to the whole entire space. I am so beyond excited about how beautiful this turned out. Look how pretty this is. I ended up using cloth napkins, but I only had some white and some red, so we're just alternating just like the rest of this stuff. I just think that everything lit is just so beautiful. Okay, I want to stand back and so you can get the full effect of all of the lights. And if you can kind of see, I ended up doing 2 strands of the curtain lights here. I did 1 strand there, and it was really simple to hang. I just put one right in this corner right here. I did 1 nail here, and I did 1 nail here. Don't mind the paint. I was touching up that door. But this is basically how it looks. Also, we have our Traeger right there, which we are going to be cooking our Thanksgiving turkey on. And look how beautiful this works. Hopefully these tips are gonna help you when you're planning your very own holiday party. Be sure that you're subscribed to our channel and check out more tutorials at classyclutter.net, and be sure you're following us at Classy Clutter. See you next time. Bye.